What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to another week of testimony interviewing. I almost froze up for a second there. Today in this episode, we have the real MacQuinn rolling in. What's up, G Mama? How's it going? The real MacQuinn's gonna come on and share some of his advice to his younger self and touch up on suicide and bullying, so stay tuned. Hey Gabby, when you gonna come on my live though? What's good? How's everybody doing? Today's Tuesday, Wednesday Guam time. This is the third week of the month. So I've been super excited about all the lives that we're doing. We've been doing really great. I have some updates for everybody on the last week of September. I'm just trying to I'm just let me in the box. You can get in the box. What's good? Jump on. What's up, Uncle Mart? What's up? Yeah, but super excited for the last week of September. I'm focused. We are focused on this fundraising that we're doing. We're trying to get spread awareness out there and encourage people to learn local and support local as well. Which, if you guys haven't caught up on that, please hit up M&D Custom Apparel on Instagram. We have all the information there, and we have a couple of updates coming up with that. So stay tuned, stay tuned. Gabby, jump in the box though. Alright, I think my guy's here, the real MacQuinn. What's going on, my mans? So I'm going to give him a second to get ready, and then we'll be able to get started. So yeah, another episode, testimony interviewing, where you come on, we talk, I interview you, and you give your advice to not only your younger selves, but the adolescents out there, but not limited to everybody, because this is that good life advice, and we can all use it. I'm excited for this one tonight. I feel like I haven't done an interview in a minute. I'm like, what's going on? Yo!
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby? Yo, I got you. I love that, man. That's like your intro. Every time you pop in the live, I always see you comment that.
Little something. I try to make it fun.
Little some.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir, for jumping on the live. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we here.
You do what you need to do over there. I know it's afternoon time over there, so you eat and do what you got to do. I just thought we could just jump in, and I'll introduce you to everybody. So this is my co-host, the real MacQuinn. MacQuinn.
What up?
Yes. He actually has a podcast that we'll be talking about later. He has his own clothing line, as well as some other stuff that he has been digging and dabbling into. How you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, man. Good. Just trying to be productive, stay productive, stay positive, and fill out them fillers and the sadness when it comes along, and just embrace everything as it goes, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, pretty much the way for 2020. Just try to stay positive and productive.
Yep. So I thought we'd just jump right into it, and the people will jump in when they jump in. As everybody knows, our topic for the week is suicide awareness and prevention, along with bullying. So I reached out to the real MacQuinn, and I was like, yo, I love your podcast. You need to jump on mine. I love to hear his, advice and his experience and sorts like that. So tell us a little bit about, any of your experiences in regards to bullying.
Well, I grew up in LA originally, South Central, and I've always had just something different about me. I've always been different. I've always been like kind of an outcast, So So with that, I dealt with quite a bit of bullying myself. But as I got older, I learned how to eventually, okay, people are gonna talk about you, people are gonna pick you on you. Okay, talk about them back. That was kind of my thing. That was my way to stand up to them, is just roast them and get back on them. And that's kind of like that's why I'm so outspoken now, because I was just so used to other people trying to come at me. So I was like, you know what? If you're gonna talk your shit, I'm gonna talk mine too. But I'm gonna hit you where it hurt for real. You know what I mean? Like I'm coming at your mama, your grandma. I don't give a damn. You come at me, I'm the wrong one. So that was my way to kind of stand up for myself, because
Got
nobody wants to take that L. When it comes to getting roasted and all that kind of stuff. So that was just my little thing as far as just dealing with bullying, just because I was a weirdo or different, whatever.
got you. The labels coming out. Yep. Yeah. And even within yourself, thank you for that response, by the way. I feel like sometimes that happens a lot, and in your case, as you were saying that you would get bullied, so you started coming back, with like the roasting and sorts like that, and it just continues. I feel like that happens a lot more than it's done a lot more, but we don't really talk about it as much, of
Yeah.
course. And then people are wondering, like, whoa, what is he over there? Why is he over there doing that? But we never really dig into the reasoning behind why we're doing what we're doing.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. And as far as like our topic in regards to self-harm as well, do you have any experiences or any topics like you'd like to share on that?
I've seen it, and I've experienced it, and it's definitely a deep topic. But we can go ahead and talk about it. Just with my time in the military, in my first year, I dealt with a lot of hazing. And I thought that this was supposed to be a brotherhood, and I thought we all look out for each other. But for some reason, I was the target. People always found ways to just pick on me, and I felt helpless, because I'm the junior guy, and if I go tell, oh, that these people are bothering me, now all of a sudden, oh, you're a tattletale, you're a snitch, and all this stuff. What's up, Tanya? And so you just come to a point where it's like, damn, what am I to do? And it got to a point where I felt like, okay, enough is enough. And at one point, I actually attempted suicide. I actually attempted it. I tried to strangle myself, and the medical people, they came down and they evacuated me and put me in a mental health facility. And they, when I spoke to a psychiatrist or psychologist, and they just asked me what was going on, and I told them, I've been dealing with a whole lot of bullying and a lot of hazing, and I tried telling superiors about it, and they look at it like it's not a big deal. And that's always been a gripe that I've had about the military. I know this is another subject, but that's always been one of my biggest gripes with them, is that they've always been more reactive, vice being proactive, instead
Correct.
of nipping in the bud. If somebody's saying something and they're trying to address an issue, but then when something like this happens, if somebody, let's say, does commit suicide or attempt suicide, now all of a sudden they want to make it a big deal when
Yep.
it could have all been handled before.
Right, right. And just for context, and then like I shared with you before we came on, and we kind of talked one on one. If you're not comfortable with any questions, or if you want the conversation to go, a different route, just go ahead and just ask to skip to the next question or whatnot. But if you're open to it, for context, what around what time frame was that when you're in the military and all that happened?
So I was in the military from 2008 to 2012, and all that happened in 2009. Yeah, 2009. So I was still like barely 18 years old, out of high school, still trying to adjust to life. It's like, okay, now I'm becoming a man now, and I have to learn how to maneuver. And I didn't think that all this stuff was gonna happen. I mean, I knew it was gonna be easy because nothing is easy after you move out of the house, fresh out of school, and you gotta find a way. And I didn't think that these people would give me such a hard time.
Right, right. Man, again, before we go forward, I just appreciate your response and you being open to share your story. Because, like I always tell everybody really that comes on and interviews, is that there's people out there that may feel like they are not able to speak up and speak out. So it's really great, and I'm super grateful, and it's just such an amazing thing when I see people like you and everybody else that's been coming on. Everybody's showing love. Everybody show the room MacQuinn some love over there. Drop the Guam flag
I
down
see them
there.
hearts out there. I see them hearts. I see them
Show
hearts. I
them
appreciate y'all.
them blue hearts and the blue waves. I think we got some of the new wave
Oh
crew
yeah,
over there.
yeah, they're in the building. Hold up. Let me grab the flag right quick. I gotta
Hey,
grab the flag for the line.
hey, set it up, set it up.
I gotta grab the flag, you know what I'm saying? Because I see y'all.
There,
I see
Tanya
y'all.
J goes, hey,
I see y'all.
happy hearts,
Happy
yes.
hearts, we out here, baby.
Yes, yes. But I appreciate it. You guys and continue to show the Real MacQuinn some love over here because these topics and these discussions that we talk about is definitely not the easiest thing. But I'm so grateful to be able to hold a platform and to be able to utilize it in this sort of way, especially during these times in COVID-19, where a lot of the suicide and a lot of the stress and just worries are at an all-time high. So thank you for coming on and sharing. And everybody, of course, please utilize the question box down below. I know y'all got some questions for the Real MacQuinn. Use the question box
Ask
down
them,
below.
baby. Ask them.
He was
Let's
actually the
do it.
one. He was actually the one that I got in his live with Tanya J, and I saw that y'all were using that question box. So ever since then, I've been using it too. So thanks for the plug. So moving forward to double back with the topics that we were talking about, how being so young, right? And like going into the military for whatever reasons you did there, and then like you said, looking at it like a brotherhood, and then experiencing everything that you experienced. I mean, of course, it wasn't a good feeling, but are you open to share how really you felt in regards to not only just the military not being there for you, but going through your experience of self-harm, and then they kind of just like brushed it off?
Well, and that's when they kind of started to care was when that happened. And I felt like, wait a minute, so this was all I had to do to make you guys kind of care about the situation that's going on? Really? And you're even starting to see that now. Like none of this stuff that's been going on at Fort Hood and all this stuff is nothing new. These issues have been occurring for a long time. It's just now social media is more involved with everything. And thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. She says you're such a positive light. Thank you, Tanya. But
Look at that, TJ. I had to just advertise that right there, put that up on the screen.
and now it's just and I think that a lot of the stuff still goes on. It's just that now social media is heavily involved in a lot of the stuff. So I'm hoping that it'll start to decrease. But by the looks of things, it doesn't seem like it because just out here on Guam, some airmen found dead at Anderson. Now I don't know. They didn't explain what exactly it was, but I'm hoping that it wasn't the case of Vanessa Guillen and other people, that served at Fort Hood. But
Yeah.
I feel like the military. I feel like they use people as just like as pawns on the chessboard. That's just my opinion. Now it's great if you really want to make it a career. That career choice, good for you. Go ahead, do what makes you happy. But if not, yeah, use it as a stepping stone because that's what I did. You know, if you're gonna go in and you don't really like it that much, just do your time and get out, get your GI Bill, get your benefits, use them the same way they use you because they're gonna use you. They're gonna use you.
Right, right. And man, I thank you for again being so open and so honest. And if there's any topics that, stray aside from what we have covered right now, please feel free to share it as you feel comfortable. I usually have the set I guess forum or kind of like agenda with the Q&As and stuff, but I always try to keep it open space for like the co-hosts and the guests to share with whatever they need to share. And I'm glad that you touched on just the military and this thing still happening and it not just being in the military or, it happening long ago. That's the exact reason why I asked you when you experienced that. And that's the exact reason why I asked you, how did that make you feel? Because it's like I said again, there's a lot of people out there that really don't reach out. There's a lot of people out there that really don't speak out. So I hope, and not only hope, I just know that whatever, just the great messages coming out of this live will impact whoever may need it. So I appreciate the open and honesty. And drawing back to that as well, in I'm sorry you had to go through that and stuff, and but I'm glad you're doing great now and you utilized it as a stepping stone, and you took the positive way out and things and sorts. Did you ever experience that or witness just self-harm or bullying within other people as well?
Oh, I've definitely seen a lot of other bullying. Of course, I've seen a lot of other bullying, and the mistake that I made was not getting involved, and kind of just letting it happen because I looked at it like, oh well, it's not my problem, so whatever. And and maybe me possibly saying something or at least acknowledging that's going on while it's happening, and it could have possibly have made a difference. But being with the military, a lot of people just go along to get along,
Yeah,
just because you don't want to like rub some people the wrong way because you
step
don't
out
want
of
it to
line.
affect, yeah, because you don't want it to affect you. So now it's just okay, let me just kind of stay quiet and do my own little thing and just that way nobody bothers me. So
Right, right. I'm glad that you said that in that way, and hopefully I'm framing these questions in a way where the response is, to spread awareness, because like you said, um, it was kind of like a thing where you didn't want to step out of your lane in fear and or worry of, you getting basically shedded on for standing up for somebody else and for that to affect you. And of course, you were at a young age as well. So this is, of course, we see bullying everywhere, but this is kind of a new outlet for you because it's the military and, you're fresh off and, you're just trying to kind of like go through what you got to go do your time and do whatever you got to do. So you're just like, staying within you. Um, but I'm glad that you shared that because that happens even outside of the military, as we all, of course, know. And that's the reason why I'm asking the questions I'm asking, just to show everybody, like, hey, this is happening in schools. Hey, this is happening at home. Hey, this is happening in the military. You know what I mean? To hopefully continue to spread light and awareness into this. So, with that being said, um, if you could, I guess, give your personal advice to anybody out there who may be either um, suffering with bullying or self-harm, or who is being a bully and kind of being somebody who causes people to go to self-harm or kind of like self-doubt or low self-esteem, what would be your advice to them?
So my advice to people that experience bullying, find a way to stand up for yourself, because it's kind of one of the things you're gonna have to do in order for it to stop. You don't have to resort to violence, but there's other outlets you can reach out to help that from prevent it from happening, or at least tone it down a notch. And and I'll just tell you now, anybody who deals with it and they're contemplating self harm, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I mean, we're all here for a reason. We all have a purpose in life, and you're here for a reason. So, and there's still people that care about you, and there's still people that love you. If you're going through it right now, and if you know me, reach out to me. If you need a positive vibe, need somebody to make you laugh, hit me up. I got no problem with that. And to the people who are the ones bullying, just think about the actions that you're causing and how it's going to affect other people. Think about what you're contributing to society. And what goes around comes around. With the type of energy you put out, it's the same energy you get back in return. So if you're putting out negative energy and you start to see negative things happen to you, that's because you're putting out bullshit energy.
Right. Yes, yes. Thank you for giving that advice to both, people who are being bullied and people who are, a bully, because I mean, there's no discrimination here in whatever form. And when it comes to these sorts of topics and mental health, we take it all in and we try to figure it all out, and we can't leave we can't pull one in and address one thing without addressing the other. So especially with me, I always like to question things and really wonder why. Like, why are they doing this? Why are they acting like this? Why is this happening to them? Etc., etc. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. To slow things down and kind of give you the floor here, we got a question. So boom, boom, boom. All right, official I am Rajon, the man himself. Question for both of you. What are your outlets for depression? What do you guys do to help ease or calm down your mentality? Music, writing, journals, how do you vent? And I'll have you go first, Quinn.
So one of the things that helps working out is one of my outlets. My podcast, being able to just really speak my mind and add a little bit of humor to it. I just bought a coloring book, so
I saw that. I love that, man.
a coloring book, and just driving. Driving is definitely something too. Driving, it is so therapeutic. People are like, "Aren't you mad you're wasting gas?" I'm like, "Hey, this is therapy. It's a self investment." You know what I'm saying? So that's those are some of the outlets that I use. What about yourself?
Got you, got you. And with me personally, when I am recognizing that I may be going through depression or depressive state, I try my best to pray. That's my first and foremost. I read my Bible. I pray to God. I talk to God. There's a lot of times where I try to take things on my own as a human being, and I get by. You know what I mean? But these things sort of kind of like come back around again. So I'm really working at my relationship with God and just talking to Him and giving it up to Him, and not just like, here you go, God, that's that. I still try to do what I can as a human, but at the same token, hold that conversation with Him. And aside from that, and after that, working out is something good that I don't always do or don't usually do, but that is something good that I do. And if I do go for a walk in sorts like that, it does make me feel really great. So getting active, even if it's just walking down your street and coming back around again, super good. And writing is my thing that I love to do. And at first I was, I kind of like, how you like have that hobby or that thing you love when you're a kid, and then you kind of grow up and then you become adult and work, and it kind of just goes in the back pocket. So that's
Yeah.
writing with me. And I feel that like I got a little like straight away from writing because I was a little afraid of it, because when I would write, there's these things that would come up. Like I think I said it before in the live that, you know, there's these things that I put away or I hid or I suppressed, and with writing it all just comes up. So I always looked at it as a barrier or a scary thing. But now that I'm kind of being more conscious to my mental health and really trying to grow personally, that's definitely something that I'm getting into. So
Yeah.
writing, which is good question, Ray John.
Hey, ask those questions, guys. I know y'all got some more questions. Go ahead and ask them up.
Yes, yes. Ask the questions. Ask more questions for the good sir here. And then Miss Tanya J with all the love and the awesome comments. Thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, please.
Hi,
You
Daisy. Hi, Shell. I've seen them join, Dad join, so I'm saying hi to y'all.
say. Yes. So let's see. Shoot from the hip.
Hi. Ugh.
Yes, and then going on while we wait for the questions, you know, when we come on, of course, I still trying to work out a thing, you know, as far as the name of the lives. Yo, the real spell. Look at
Bill, what
here.
it do? He probably got them piece of socks on still, stupid ass.
Yo, y'all were going off on my man's on the socks, bro. What did you say? What did you say? And one of the things is
I
like,
said,
where'd y'all get your socks at Costco? What do you he said something?
I said he got him at Kmart next to the laundry detergent.
And who's the girl in the background?
But that
That
was
was
Mikey. That was
oh
Mikey.
somebody was just going off laughing, and I was like,
Yeah.
she's killing my man's with the jokes and then
He
the
said
laughing too.
he do have him on.
Yes, that's right. Spell, you rock them socks, my man.
Yeah, rock them stuffed crust socks, bro.
Hey, you said something like, "Oh, old toes shaped like pizza sticks."
Oh yeah, toes like breadsticks, yeah.
Oh
Because he got
man,
some long ass feet, so
I love it though. I love the vibes though. It's super cool, and that's cool that
yeah.
y'all have, you know, your crew there, and you guys can, you know, joke around and stuff like that.
Said tell them to stop bullying me.
Oh, you
That's
know
funny.
what,
But no,
Phil?
and you know what? Speaking of those guys, you know those guys are my brothers, and they were some of the first ones that I reached out to when I moved back to Guam. You know, I've always been talking to Ray on Instagram while I was back in the States, and you know, I seen everything that they were doing, and I wanted to be a part of that, and you know, and for them to let me be a part of the team, you know, it was such an honor, you know, to be able to work with those guys and it just be in their presence because it's always a vibe.
Yep.
It's always a vibe when you're just around guys that create, and it's really really inspiring, you know. And you know, I love those guys a lot, and they've helped me, you know, because with music and stuff, you know, I started to kind of lose my confidence a little bit, and I was a little reluctant on if I was gonna just get back into it, but being around those guys, you know, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, and with that, you know, I'm slowly getting back into the music, and because now I see like people are like, when are you gonna make music? When are you gonna put songs out? And I see that people still support it, and you know that feels really good, you know, to have those guys, you know, those guys supporting me and they're standing with me, you know, as I, you know, rebuild, you know, this journey with the music and the podcast and everything. So I definitely got love for those guys. New Waves, Rod, Spell, J. Dot, Ray, the family. I love y'all, man. Just wanted to shout those guys out.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. And man, I love that. And I feel the big vibes too, because when I first interviewed Ray, you know, it was so great. And, you know, we've just had, you know, numerous of conversations thereafter and before that have just been so awesome. And just the thing that I love about, you know, everything that came after the interview was with Ray was just all of you guys, you know, interacting with my posts or me reaching out and like being like, hey, you know, like I heard like you do this and that, like I think it'll be good if you want to come on, etc., etc. Like I reached out to you, and it's just been such big love, like Guam love, you know, like y'all making Guam look real good right now. Like Lucky Corona's over here, otherwise I'll be there already. But since we're speaking of Guam, what actually brought you to Guam?
So I used to work out here when I was a merchant marine. and I got assigned out here the first time in 2015. And at first, I kind of didn't want to come because I'm like, Guam. But then I got here and I started to like kind of see the island, and then I bought a ukulele, and I was taking ukulele lessons, and I started to play like music and stuff, and I just used to go to different random places and like, yo, can I jam over here real quick and just like play something, and all that love and that hospitality that I got, and I said, yo, this place isn't so bad. And when I took that drive down the tube, and I went down south to the real Guam, the real Guam is down south, and I got to see that, and I fell in love. And I said to myself, yeah, this is home right here. And I wound up getting reassigned in 2017. And so when I left Guam, and ever since then I was trying to come back. And my job, the merchants, they weren't sending me back. They kept sending me to the East Coast and the Middle East and all these other places. So I was like, look, if you guys aren't going to send me to Guam, then I'll just resign. And I ultimately resigned, and I just found a way, kept trying to figure it out, and I eventually got hired by the commissary on the Navy base, and that's what brought me back out here. So,
Yeah.
guys, if you want something, fight for it. Don't let nobody tell you no. Don't let nobody tell you can't. If it's something that you want, just do it. Don't worry about everything else. Fight for your dreams. Your dreams will fight for you. That's what I tell everybody.
I like that, dude. I like that. I think you just answered my question before I even asked it. And I love that. Which is good though, but hey man, thank you so much for sharing that. And, I just wanted to, ask you a little bit about Guam. And if nobody knows about Guam, that's on here, which I think everybody that's on here is from Guam. I'm from Guam. It's a little island in the Marianas. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I mean, it's not really out there like that, which I guess in some ways it's a good way, but tourism wise might not be a good way, but check it out. It's a beautiful island. Like you said, MacQuinn, it's just the family oriented vibes and just the hospitality and just like all the island love. It's just super big, and I've been feeling that ever since like I interviewed Ray and then continue to so on to interview everybody else.
Ooh, my little boo on here. Hi, sexy Maxie. Hi, Christy. Hi, Chrissy.
Yes.
She's my boo that doesn't know she's my boo, but she'll probably never be my boo. But it's okay though. I'll just admire from afar.
Yeah, I get that. And if if this wasn't already your response, when everybody comes on, of course, the interviewing and everything, my sole purpose for doing this is to reach out and to give advice to the young people, the teenagers, but not limited to everybody, because this is that good life advice. So one of the questions that I usually ask is, if you could tell your teenage self one thing, what could that be?
I would tell my teenage self, and I'll tell other teenagers, to just be yourself. Be you. Be unapologetically you. To hell with what everybody else thinks about you, or what's supposed to be cool. If you feel like it's cool, then it's cool. Be you, because you being yourself, the real ones will fuck with you. Being you. And if not, then that's okay too. You can still be cordial with them, but you don't gotta have them in your inner circle. Yeah. So just be you, because I see so many people trying to live their life pleasing other people, trying to be something that they're not, and that can be stressful. That is so mentally draining, and it's not really worth it to use all your energy for something that you don't really stand for, you don't believe in. So I would tell all the younger people out there, just be you. Be you. People are gonna love you for you regardless. And if not, fuck them. that's the way I can put it. I don't know if I can use profanity on here, but hey.
Yup, he said it.
Yep, I said it.
Yeah, yes. And then let the people know like what's going on with you, like what's next for you. Don't want to reveal too much, but if you have anything that we should be looking out for, what's good?
So of course, I got the podcast going on still. I'm on Instagram at Yep I Said It Pod, or just search hashtag Yep I Said It. if y'all want to listen to or add me on Facebook where I say a bunch of crazy controversial things, I'm on Facebook. You just search Cali QUE, and I say a lot of petty, funny things. It's all for entertainment. I was a little reluctant about putting out another single, but now I don't know if Jay's in the live right now, but no, I'm gonna talk to him, and we're definitely gonna. We worked on a song a couple months ago, and it's called "Know Your Worth," and I believe that'll be the single that I'm gonna promote. Probably be out hopefully next month. We'll see. So that'll be my next single. That'll be me getting back into the music thing, and yeah, and I'm gonna just go from there. I don't want to reveal too much just because I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'm doing this and then I don't do it. So.
Yes, 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 yes. Man, I love that. And I think that you have a good crew behind you. I think that you have a good group behind you. Again, Ray is super awesome. Even before I knew him, and I was just kind of like, being a fan of his music and just following his journey and stuff. And now that I know him and I know everybody else, and I'm getting to learn everybody else, including you. Everybody is just cool, and you're in good hands. So if the music is what you love and like what you're vibing with, and I like that title too. It sounds interesting, so I'm gonna be looking out for it.
Yeah, it was a song that I wrote when I was working on the ship, and I just wrote it, and I had a little bit of fun with it. Thanks, Jazzy. Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
gonna like the song too.
Yes, yes, yes. And then we got a question here. John the Prodigy, how do you stay happy and have fun while focusing on work too?
Just go with the flow. Just go with it. Just find ways to make it so. Like when I'm at work, bro, I just find stuff to laugh at. That's what helps me go. I find things to laugh at, and thank God we have masks on because oh my goodness, if they see my face under the mask, they're like, what is he laughing at? I just that's it, man. You gotta just find humor in whatever, even if it's things that's not supposed to be funny. Make it funny anyway. I think God has a sense of humor, so
I be saying it out loud. I be telling myself, I be telling my mom, like, God is a funny God. And not to say that in a negative way, but in the sense
yeah,
of like, man, I was down here and I thought I was gonna stay down here. And then he just brought me like 100 inches up, and I'm just like was thinking that I was down below. And it's just like, just the miracles and just the things that happen. It's just amazing. So I like that advice right there. And with me myself as well, as far as what I do, and I can be vulnerable and be honest to share, is like, man, I was always like, of course I had fun, but I was always so serious and like hyper focused. When I was at work, I was at work. And of course I vibed and I like talked to my coworkers and sorts like that, but I always took things like super seriously, as far as like, just getting things done when I had to get it done. But now that, I'm growing and I'm learning, it's just like, bro, we never know when we're gonna go, dude. It's like you over here at work and your boss is getting mad at you because you're having a small conversation and you're trying to get through the day. It's like, do what you need to do, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's doing what you got to do and taking care of yourself. Not to say like, tell your boss to bump off, but you know what I mean? Just have fun with it. Basically, like what you
yeah.
said, just have fun with it. Find humor in it.
Have fun with it. Don't take it down too seriously. Don't take work too seriously, because I don't. I still get everything done though, and that's all they care about at the end of the day.
Yes,
Whoa,
yes, exactly. And
whoa.
I had to drop this one down here, Tanya J.
Who's your favorite new waves artist? Why you trying to start? Why you trying to start shit, Tanya? My
Uh-huh.
favorite new wave artist is me.
Ooh,
MacQuinn.
I like that.
Yep, I said it. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, who is my favorite? That's a good question. There's so much talent in that group that it's just hard to pick one because everybody's good in their own way. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own strengths to complement the entire new waves.
Yes, there you go, Tanya. It's not just one.
Yeah. So all of them is my favorite artist, Tanya. Over here trying to start stuff with the family. No,
Yeah.
I love even you, Tanya. We don't have to leave the house.
Right. Ray's over here reminding you to shoot from the hip.
She said, Cuddy, it's fine. You can let the guys know your favorite is me. That's funny.
New Waves provides variation.
We do. I mean, yeah, we do. And that's what we're trying to push for. We're trying to push for not just music, but just to be an all around entertainment brand. And I believe that's why they brought me on. You know, not to like, stroke my own ego or nothing, but besides like the music thing, I've always been just a performer, all around like entertainer. So, that's why they're helping me push the podcast. And if this wasn't if this P Core One thing wasn't going on, we would love to go out there and just do interviews with random people out on the street and just ask questions, like those different channels and stuff. So Q, will you have a wife? Risk, not right now. Why would you ask that right now? I'm trying to have a serious interview. Why?
Hey, I was holding back on that question because it popped up in the box, and I was gonna post it up. I was gonna post it up after, but she straight up said, "Oh, she ain't putting my comment out."
Will you have a white man in my back? No, I will not, Risk. No.
No.
But yeah, we want to make New Waves all around entertainment brand, and we want to just provide entertainment for the island. Because that's even though there's a lot of entertainment on Guam, we just we want to do it our way. You know what I mean? Because most of us in New Waves are not even from Guam. I think Ray and Tyre are the only ones that are from Guam. The rest of us, we're outsiders just, and we kind of want to bring a little bit of, our stuff from the States to Guam, with that same type of that Guam vibe.
Fine. You know what? I think that would be a good thing, though, and I think that's a great combination of on-island love as well as like stateside love, and it'd be a good mix because that's not something you always get on island as well. So it'd be something new.
Exactly. That's all we want to do. We want to give the people something new because, I mean, every other entertainment platform out here is great, but honestly, it's just gotten kind of redundant. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of the same thing. So what we want to do is we want to do something that'll stand out, something that's different, that's new, that's edgy, that'll get people talking.
Yes, yes, yes. And I love that, man. I can't wait to see everything that you guys got out. I see y'all be hustling on the music and stuff. I see Spell putting out new music on Mondays, and somebody's releasing something in next month in October. So I'm definitely pay attention. I'm definitely staying tuned. And Marley girl say you be bringing the flavor.
We try bringing in that new flavor.
Yes,
We
yes.
trying to bring in that lemon pepper.
Yes, man. So, of course, everybody in here again is just all the fam and all the friends, and they're already probably following you as well. But for people who may come across it and are not, let everybody know where we can find, your podcast, your social, YouTube, and all that sorts.
So, my Instagram, obviously the real MacQuinn. That's my Instagram. Yep, I Said It Pod is also my other Instagram page. You can find my YouTube channel at just MacQuinn, MacQuinn, and like my Facebook, my Cali Q Facebook, if you want to just laugh and just see crazy stuff. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much, and all my pages are public, so if you want to follow, feel free. If not, you can just go on there and stalk me and see what I talk about and leave. Do whatever you want. I don't have nothing to hide, and I have it that way for a reason. So.
Yes, yes. I just want to hold space, man, to really say thank you so much for coming on. first of all, not just, for openly discussing, mental health awareness, self-harm, bullying, especially within the military, dude. But just being a man and talking about, your feelings, or, the things that you may have gone through, or things that kind of hurt you or whatever. I really, truly appreciate it. And I always want to shine light on that. Not that I don't shine light on the ladies. I'm always lighting them up, but guys are just a little bit more kind of hesitant to communicate about mental health and emotions and feelings, because society and everybody just kind of puts this image on men that they shouldn't cry, or they don't have feelings, or they're supposed to be strong and all sorts of that. So I appreciated you doing this, because there's going to be another dude out there, there's going to be another male out there, another young boy out there that's going to come across the podcast, going to come across the video, and he's going to really appreciate it. So I really just want to hold space to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you bringing me on the show. And yeah, I mean, I'm always open to talk about whatever. I'm an open book. If you got a question, I'll answer it. I'm not afraid to speak out. She said, "But I'm trying to be serious." And she want to say all this crazy stuff. Black men don't cheat. We don't. We don't cheat.
Yes,
So
yes.
what you waiting for, Riz? I'm over here trying to be faithful, but you don't want to give me a chance.
Woo! But yeah, again, I appreciate it. I love all the energy. The comments are just off. Just the comments are. I love the comments. I love how everybody's so open. Do you have any final words? Any last things you want to say in regards to just the show and the topics that we have going on? Game Time Guam is over there. Game Time Inc. is on Guam, and there's a youth sports program, and they also have a bunch of other programs, one of them being suicide awareness and prevention, so everybody can check in on that. But yeah, if you have anything else to say before we let you go?
Guys, just continue to support everybody around you, continue to love each other, continue to spread positivity, spread good vibes, because we're all going through something in the middle of this pandemic. So the only thing you can do is just try to how can I say, just spread positivity, spread love, boost your immune system, do everything you can to get through it. If you need somebody to talk to, like I said, you need a good vibe, don't be afraid to hit me up. All my pages are open for a reason. So feel free to tap in. You need somebody to make you laugh, talk some shit, I got you, because it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about love. I love everybody. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have fun, love life, and love yourselves.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir. And before we go, I just want to say you're the man, dude, for getting that coloring book and posting it up, too. I saw that, and I was like, my man. So I'm going to be looking forward to them colorings.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely post a lot of colorings on the page since I got the coloring book. I got you.
Yes, yes. So stay safe out there, man. Enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be following up with you and listening in on the podcast and seeing what else we can do to spread the good vibes.
For sure.
Yes. Thank you again.
All right. You have a good one.
You too. Peace out.
Peace out.
Thank you, The Real MacQuinn, for coming on. I appreciate all of you guys showing love to the co-host. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All the love in the comments. Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month is still happening during this whole entire month, guys. But we, of course, don't want to limit it. There's, things that happen every month. But Puffabut, please go check out Game Time Inc. on Instagram, Game Time Guam. They are, again, a youth program who supports our adolescents through sports and also has other programs, one of them being suicide awareness and prevention. They are also on Facebook as well at Game Time Inc. And they have a website too, www.gametimeguam.com. I'll put the information in the description as well. Thank you guys for tuning in to another testimony and interviews. I appreciate everybody lending an ear and supporting. I have some good stuff coming up in October, but we'll wait a little bit to release that so we can focus on one thing at a time. I really want to give the current projects that I'm doing my utmost in 100,000% attention and just support and love. But continue to tune in, stay safe, put for butt. Please wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance, stay home if you don't need to be outside of the home. And if you guys haven't already watched it, please watch The Social Dilemma. Be conscious of your social media usage, especially now in the pandemic when everybody's at home. And I will see you guys again Thursday for another episode.